big pecking order clues to political games, 2026 rule problems to a clear team in trouble, Formula One's first official week of testing properly delivered in terms of big storylines. What's immediately clear is that teams are desperate not to be favourite. Mercedes left Barcelona as the champion of the preseason. Red Bull took that mantle on Wednesday in Bahrain. Ferrari was turning heads on Thursday. By Friday, it was Mercedes again. And all the while, everybody tried to shift the spotlight onto someone else, because all the top teams are desperate not to be labelled fastest. Ferrari thinks Mercedes is deliberately hiding its pace, the unspoken implication being that it was doing so to downplay a perceived engine advantage and reduce the likelihood of a late compression ratio rule change, something Max Verstappen was more explicit about. Mercedes and its customers have...
Just wait until Melbourne and see how fast Mercedes suddenly go on a straight. Oh, what? They hiding their full potential, bro. Tell me they going speed limit, bro. Bro, Mercedes, y'all going speed limit?
Waxed lyrical about Red Bull all week, praising the preparation and subsequently the performance of its brand new in-house engine.
It doesn't look like they hiding some shit, man. I don't know if they hiding some shit, bro. I feel like they just talking a big talk, to be honest with you, because what I'm seeing, from what I'm seeing, they need to learn how to drive. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, what?
That shortly. Red Bull has batted that away emphatically, as it also believes Mercedes has plenty more to show and thinks it's only fourth fastest itself.
Ooh,
but Mercedes customer McLaren,
look at that. Oh.
To show and thinks it's only fourth fastest.
Oh my god. So it's so hot. It's so hot, bro. God damn, it's so fucking hot, bro. Nah, they did a good job. Like, they I don't know who came up with these fucking specs, bro. I don't know who wrote in the motherfucking manual that shit gotta look like this, but good job, bro. Good job. This right here, it's some hot shit, bro. Or it's the back wheels. I feel like the back wheels are I think the back wheels are low key closer together than the front wheels, though. Like, and low key, the front wheels are shorter and smaller than the back wheels, but the back wheels are closer together and the front wheels are spread out further apart. I can't tell because the front wheels is smaller, because it looks like it's like center to the back wheels, but I think the back wheels are much closer together than the front wheels. The front wheels are like they spread out a little further apart, and I think that you could tell because of the wind catchers right here, the wind catching flaps right here. Feel me? Redirects the wind, goes on top of the wheels, over bottom of the wheel, side of the car, catches the motherfucking air, sucks that shit into the car, and throws it out in the back right here. Fucking sexy ass car.
Itself. But
why the fuck my car don't look like this, bro?
Mercedes customer McLaren seems to be keen to claim this fourth position for itself, as it argues this rule set favours works teams, given the intense energy demands and the benefits of having your car and engine perfectly designed for each other and getting access to key information at the earliest opportunity.
What? How do you do that?
What the lap times tell us.
That's cheating.
Persistent timing system crashes and Red Bull not doing a race simulation on the final day mean the race sim picture is incomplete, but at least there is a picture. The McLaren of Oscar Piastri, the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton and the Mercedes of Kimi Antonelli all did race simulations on Friday afternoon, Antonelli going about half an hour later than the other two. There was not a ton here between Mercedes and Ferrari, at least not conclusively.
Soft 16 laps, hard laps, medium. You know what I mean? What does that mean? They didn't go too fast?
In Stint 1, which both cars ran on the C3 soft tyre, Hamilton was fast to start with, but Antonelli kept the pace better. In Stint 2, on C1 hards, the Mercedes did appear to have a decisive advantage.
Let me see. Okay, so on soft 16 laps, who got a consistent lap? They ain't got no consistent lap. God damn, bro. Shit. Damn, man. You get your act together. All right, so Antonelli on the soft 16 laps, 1 minute 40 seconds average. On the hard, 1 minute 38 seconds, and he ain't. God damn it, Hamilton on soft 17 laps, 1 minute 40, 1 minute 38, and dang, and he only did 6 laps. Let's stay in 3. 1 minute 37 a medium. I think it's not bad. Right? It ain't bad. I feel like everybody should just have soft and hard. Piastri and hard is fastest on hard. Hamilton's at 18, 20, 11. Damn, I can't. Hold on. But they got different driving styles too, right? So it's like. Mm-mm. I mean, it seems like it comes pretty close. But I think it's just like a nice sunny day, you feel me?
But data is missing after 12 laps.
And it looked like
what is clear enough is that the McLaren was a step back
it was
across
pretty
all
clean
stints,
track too.
maybe by as much as half a second per lap. But it still belongs in that upper echelon of teams.
Now they going hard.
Red
They're not
Bull
even
engine, a
not even
reality
season
check.
start yet.
Red Bull has been winning praise for the work
Doing
done on
too
its first
much.
F1
Off
engine since
rip.
the Barcelona test. But that was mainly because
Pre-testing,
it was surprisingly
hitting
reliable
140,
straight away.
130
In Bahrain, that
to 20
surprise and
laps
respect
to
has turned into
practice.
low-level
Nah,
fear.
I feel like they about to.
Mercedes asserted
They might be McLaren. They might blow everybody out the water, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because they going hard with their testing, bro. Everybody seems like they be like. Well, Red Bull's a little bit behind. Red Bull, Ferrari up there with him, but like Mercedes up to something. You feel me? I feel like Mercedes up to something though. You feel me?
the Red Bull is a second quicker on the straights because it has unmatchable charging
Mercedes,
capabilities,
McLaren.
so it's deploying electric power more around the lap. The
I
work done on the gearbox too.
think we might see Mercedes and McLaren somehow go head to head.
It's clearly facilitated a great package in terms of making first gear quite pleasantly usable for its drivers, a rarity in modern motorsport. This means Red Bull can max pleasantly has clearly facilitated electric power more around the lap. The work done on the gearbox
I gotta go
too,
back.
with a Red Bull surprise and risk mainly been winning praise. Red Bull engine, a reality check.
Reality check.
Red Bull has been winning praise for the work done on its first F1 engine since the Barcelona test, but that was
Oh my god. Oh, laps. God damn, Mercedes. Holy shit. 1,130. Wow, what? Holy fucking shit. God damn. And yo. Unnecessary laps, bro. Ferrari. Even Ferrari ain't go that hand, bro. Ferrari ain't even go that hand. Feel me? But Mercedes doing too much, bro. The niggas got 1,000 laps in, bro. And I even started a season, bro. What? 1,000 laps, bro.
mainly because it was surprisingly
Plus
reliable straight away.
plus laps, bro.
In Bahrain, that surprise and respect has turned into low-level fear.
They are able to deploy far more energy on the straights than everybody else. I'm speaking a second per lap over consecutive laps. Oh, shit. Now they're talking about a second. A second? That's a big difference, bro. Especially in F1. A second consistently over consecutive laps. Dang. Yo, what they doing different though? What they doing different though? I'm telling you, what they doing different though? What kind of battery they got in there? What kind of battery? It's the battery. It's up to the battery, bro. Yo, what they doing? What they doing, bro? What they doing? What they using? What they doing, bro? A second per lap? How's that even possible, bro? Yo, they look stressed out.
Mercedes asserted the Red Bull is a second quicker on the straights because it has unmatchable charging capabilities, so second respect has turned into low-level fear. In Bahrain, Barcelona test, but that was mainly because it was surprisingly reliable straight away. In Bahrain, that surprise and respect has turned into low-level fear. Mercedes asserted the Red Bull is a second quicker on the straights because it has unmatchable charging capabilities, so it's deploying electric power more around the lap. The work done on the gearbox too has clearly facilitated a great package in terms of making first gear quite pleasantly usable for its drivers, a rarity in modern motorsport. This means Red Bull can maximise battery charging potential with aggressive downshifts.
It's because Red Bull pulling up with with Ford. Nah, it's because Red Bull pulling up with Ford. You feel me? Oh shit! It's because Red Bull pulling up with Ford though. Cause Ford was like, nah, bro, with this electrical wave type shit. You feel me? And then boom, they done pull up to F1, and then Red Bull is like, yo, bro, and they pull up with, they pull up with, shit, they pull up Ford though. Yo, they're a second faster. Oh shit. Yo, they got some tweaking to do, bro. Y'all got some tweaking to do. What they doing different though?
Without terribly destabilizing the car. Mercedes driver George Russell thus shifts with more. So this means Red Bull can maximize battery charging potential.
Now, I'm not exactly sure how like all the engines be looking inside the race cars, but this is supposed to be like a mock-up combustion engine 40 kW. So that's how they put it out. Oh my god, that's so much power. You feel me? And this, I guess, this right here, this is the electrical portion of it. This is the gas portion of it right here. Feel me? This is the air intake right here. Oh, this is the air intake. That's probably like the gas output or some shit like that. Feel me? I don't know, that shit in the back right here. Feel me? Just air intake, electricity right here. Boom. Oh my gosh. Yo, straight. So what if Red Bull just has like half? What if it's like all identical? You feel me? Like cut down the middle. One side is just gas, and the other side is just straight battery. Like up here, even this little freaking air intake is just half of it is just blowing out, taking air for the gas, and the other half is taking air for the battery or some shit.
With aggressive downshifts without terribly destabilizing the car.
Electric motor. Okay.
Mercedes driver George Russell thus described this test as a bit of a reality check for us, because after a winter of speculation that his team was in the best place, in Russell's own words, Red Bull has now knocked it out of the park.
Oh shit.
Russell's adamant they're very much...
Yo, what? That wasn't expected. That wasn't expected to hear. I'm thinking McLaren and Mercedes doing their shit right now, bro. The whole time they talk about some Red Bull done pulled up a second faster on the straights.
The team to beat, even though Mercedes hit the top of the times on the final day. He says making improvements across testing at the same circuit is more straightforward, but it's Red Bull's pace at the starts of these tests that's caught his eye. Come Australia, Russell is already convinced Red Bull will be ahead. Starts are a recipe for disaster.
But I don't know though, cause that track don't got no straights on it. That track is, they talking about the straights up rip on the start for Red Bull. And that track ain't got no straights on it like that. It looks very windy to me. I might have to go back and look at the. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, it's right here. Matter of fact, let me click on this shit. Matter of fact, let me scroll down real quick. Hold on. Matter of fact, boom. Look at that. Like, yeah, they're talking about some off rip on this, on the graph. The racetrack off rip. There's a speed trap, so they ain't going too fast. They're going regular pace with the other cars. So that second faster on the straights that they was talking about, I don't think that's going to apply in Australia right here. What's the name of the circuit? Albert Park circuit on Albert Park. You feel me? I don't think that's going to apply. I think they're just going to be working it. I think this track right here might be the I think it's giving all the race cars a level playing field for the start. You feel me? There's no straights. There's a lot of windy roads. At no times you really gonna be pushing down on your gas pedal OD to just, fly down no freaking straight. Ain't no straight, bro. you could say at turn 14 there's a little bit of a straight, but I don't think that straight is enough for it to say it's not even long enough for it to even say straight. So it's not even really a straight, bro. So it's like you coming off here, you just probably using 10% of your boost, probably. Feel me? 10% of the boost, because you got to slow down immediately after you pass the starting line to a speed trap, because you either gonna slow down and you're gonna go up, or you're gonna slow down and you're just gonna keep going. You feel me? You're just gonna keep going. You're just gonna slow down. And you're gonna make a little turn. You're gonna slow down, make a little turn. And you're just gonna keep going to a fucking wall. You feel me? So ain't no second earlier down no straight for Red Bull, bro. So I think y'all safe for now. You feel me? Y'all safe for now. I don't know what the other tracks looking like, but y'all safe for now. I feel like y'all going to a level playing field for this. You feel me? Word. So I feel like Bahrain is really getting all the racers, all the teams ready for like what the calendar is going to be bringing to them. You feel me? And I think the way they like working, catching all the mistakes right now is good for them, so they could tweak it, get their power cores situated and all that, check their engine, and do something about the motherfucking interior of the goddamn wheel, bro. That shit peeling off, bro.
What first emerged in early testing as a bit of intrigue about the high revving nature of F1's 2026 race starts has turned into a full-on safety issue, with a good start demanding drivers rev engines for around 10 seconds.
This is Barcelona right here, bro. This is Barcelona. So this is what they was working with in Barcelona, bro. Right here, bro. Word. This is what they was working with. Dang, that's what they was working with. That ain't too bad. They got a nice straight right there, little zigzag right there. This looks like the beginning of Albert Park right here. If right here was the starting, speed trap would be right there. They got to slow down, boom. Word. See, this is kind of like the beginning. Barcelona's beginning. I don't know where the beginning is. I feel like it'll be down the street right here. But if it's right here, like in the middle, that's like the beginning of Albert Park, bro. Word. Yeah, I don't think they was doing too much on this track.
Turbo up, while at the same time not overcharging the battery, finding consistency is proving very difficult. And if repeated mistakes are happening in the low stress conditions of pit lane exit practice getaways, it's only going to get worse amid the stress of a real start at a Grand Prix. But what has alarmed drivers, and now several team bosses, is that when things go wrong with the starts, they go badly wrong, and that means there's a risk of drivers being left stranded. Throw into the mix cars on cold tyres being in straight mode with minimal downforce, and it's little wonder that Oscar Piastri has labelled it all a recipe for being in straight mode with minimal downforce, and it's little.
I just want to see that. I just want to see the wheels on this shit, bro. Look at the wheels on this shit. Look at the front wheels, bro. Front wheels fucked up.
Piastri has labelled it all a recipe for disaster.
Front wheels like that.
Calls for changes to the start procedure have grown very loud. With the FIA set to come under pressure. Calls for changes to
look at that. Yo, ew. Hurts me, bro. Hurts me. It hurts me, bro. Cause I be looking at my tires for that shit. I be like, damn, making sure my tires are straight on the fucking road. Yo, look at the inside of this fucking tire, bro. It's just so oh, this one's nice. Look at that one. Ugh, you can see the. Yeah, this one's been under the track for a little bit longer. Mac dirty with it. Dang, son. Look at the inside of this shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The start procedure has grown very loud, with the FIA set to come under pressure over the matter at next week's F1 Commission meeting. Williams recovery come under faster mode, minimal downforce, and it's little wonder that Oscar Piastri has labelled it all a recipe for disaster. Calls for changes to the start procedure have grown very loud, with the FIA set to come under pressure over the matter at next week's F1 Commission meeting. Williams recovery has a pace question mark. Having failed to make the Barcelona test, Williams achieved its primary objective for Bahrain by completing more laps than anyone else. This, combined with the fact that it completed 2 filming days before this test started, has proved that Williams is reliable and allowed some serious work to be done. However, there are bigger question marks over the performance of the car. Yes, it looks comfortably in the midfield, but not at the head of it. And this is a team that now sees 5th place as its new baseline, so that means there's work to be done. The car doesn't look as comfortable on track as the Haas and the Alpine. There's a hint of perhaps running a little bit stiffer than ideal, and the grip suffering as a result. But it is behind on running, so the key for the next Bahrain test is to understand the data, improve the car setup, and unlock the performance that could take it to the head of the midfield. The team in the most trouble. Brand new car and engine rules, plus a whole new team, meant there was a good chance a crisis team would emerge in testing this year. Aston Martin might not go quite that far, but it is the team most in trouble.
Yeah, they're having a little
After
trouble
the
right
bold
now.
AMR 26 turned heads when it appeared in Spain,
Sepsi.
its only headlines have been for negative reasons here. Starting the test unreliably, looking awkward on track all week, and seemingly being seconds off the pace is a nightmare beginning for a partnership that promises so much. This is well short of the standards expected for a team led by Adrian Newey, backed by the financial might of Lawrence Stroll, powered by a Works Honda engine, and led on the driving side by Fernando Alonso.
Listen. Yeah, I guess they looking for their footing, bro. I don't sleep on Honda, bro. I don't sleep on Honda. Nigga, I had a Honda.
Good news is there's a whole other test still to go to make progress, but as Mike Crack has said, the main lesson this week is there's a lot of work to do. If you want exclusive benefits like our trackside impression of the Aston Martin,
what I got on here, bro? It's a track. Let me learn at the colorways. At that colorway. Yo. Yeah.
plus all the other 2026 cars, then make sure you're signed up to the Race Members Club, your paddock pass to the 2026 season. There's still time to
come behind the scenes with us, be the first to know what's going on, exclusive updates and expert analysis, exclusive bonus podcasts, and video ad, right? Join an engaging community of awesome members, get closer to our team.
claim your free 7-day trial via the link in the description. The best midfield team, by default. The smallest team on the grid has much to be happy about after the first test in Bahrain.
I'm fucking with Haas though. I was watching this, what they was doing in Barcelona. They was putting in work. And testing too.
Only by virtue of other teams struggling conspicuously. The top 4 teams from the end of 2025 took a cut above the rest.
No.
But Haas, at least after the first week's showing and some solid mileage numbers from...
I feel like they're in a good position, bro. Oh, look at the wheels. It's beautiful wheels. Look at the wheels. They're so nice. So nice. So evenly like, it's so clean. Did they just this is a picture where they just got out of the pit, because the wheels can't be that clean, bro. Some clean fucking wheels, bro. Not what I've been seeing, bro. But I don't know why their front wheels look like not that tilted in though.
Barcelona appears to be towards the top of the next group.
It don't look like it's not
Ollie
that
Behrman
tilted
set
in.
the 8th fastest time of the test and Esteban Ocon the 9th fastest, but more impressive is Haas's place in 4th in the mileage charts, just shy of 400 overall. Team boss Ayo Komatsu was elated with the team's start to 2020.
I feel like we are really hitting all the milestones to understand this car, okay?
Understandably
Word.
so. It hasn't really had a major hitch in Bahrain and only one at Barcelona. Unremarkable? Maybe. But maybe it's remarkable just how decent Haas looks right now compared to some others.
Yeah, I ain't hearing too much about Haas, bro. I ain't hearing too much about them, bro. And I feel like they're in a good position, bro, to when the season starts to make everybody panic, bro, because they seem like they know what they're doing with this.
Cadillac's had the best start possible. Cadillac lost some others. Cadillac's had the best decent Haas looks right now compared to some others. Cadillac's had the best start possible. Cadillac logged over 1,700 kilometers in Bahrain, more than Alpine, Mercedes and Aston Martin. It also showed respectable pace, ending up 3.7 seconds off the pace on headline lap times, and 10th fastest of the 11 teams, ahead of Aston Martin. As a result, attention has turned to exploiting more of the potential of the car.
It's a good platform we can build on, and the team is a really good platform we can build on as well.
Even though no proper performance runs have yet been attempted. All of this means the team has
They
created
just
a
pulled
firm
up two.
foundation to
They
build
just
from.
pulled up two.
It
So
all points to backmarker respectability. For a start-up team, that is as good as a win given the scale of the challenge. There were no major problems, it looks the part on and off track, and while there is still a huge amount of work to be done, the performance in Bahrain is as good as a win
air
given the
intakes in the
scale
front. They do. They got air intakes in the front.
of the challenge. There were no major problems, it looks the part on and off track, and while there is still a huge amount of work to be done, the performance in Bahrain is testament to how rigorously the process of building up the team has been executed. We've seen the real Audi. Even though Audi ran its 2026 car so early, it was always likely to be the one that changed.
Bro.
Audi. Even though Audi ran
Right here, bro. I thought this was a toy. This was a toy car, bro. Nah, this was a toy car, bro. Like, this is not like an actual race car, bro. This is like a toy car, bro. Hold on. They're a little different. They're a little different on the sides, it seems like. I don't see the full back of that one. We're about to see the full back of that one. This one got like some grills on the back of that one. Yeah, it's a little different. A little different. What they doing? What they changed? Because in this one, you got this right here. You got the side panel going down like this. Has an arch going down.
team has been executed.
See on the side right here. Boom. Like if I'm the win, I'd be like, yeah.
We've seen the real Audi.
Oh, look at that.
Even though Audi ran its
This one don't got that shit though. This one look like. Is this the same? Is this the same race car for this year? Nah, this is Audi's race car. Why Audi don't have that? Why Audi did different?
2026 car so early it was always likely to be the one that changed most by Australia, we were surprised by just how different it was this week.
Oh, they did change it. They did change it. Oh shit! What do they know? What do they know? Yo, man, everybody pull up to test their cars. And I saw Audi's brand new. Oh, this is Bahrain day one. So this is Barcelona shakedown right here on top. And this how they pulled up to Bahrain. Oh nah, bro. Oh nah, no, bro. That's how you pulled up to Bahrain, though. Your side flaps curved down like that. Oh shoot. Yeah, what? So ain't no more this, more that. What I do? What did I just do? That increased downforce. It kind of increased downforce, right? I would imagine that would increase downforce, right? Because I mean, like the air in the bottom of the race car is still going, unless they change the bottom of it too. But we can't see that. We're not seeing the bottom of the V, but we see the side of V, and air trajectory seems like it's going down to the wheels. Is it going under the wheels? Is it being funneled like under the wheels and inside the wheel? Is that what they're doing? Because this kind of like goes up the top. It kind of gets muffled here in the top right here, and then get pushed up the bottom. But it seems like this is like a straight down to the back wheels. I feel like the wheels might be floating on a little bit of air. They're trying to make this car fly from the back. What?
Aerodynamic terms, it's close to a B spec. The bodywork has.
Oh no, this is day one. This is day one right here. So, this definitely increased some downforce. Oh, this increased some downforce, bro. This is okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking. This one look like a downforce, but this they probably don't realize, that maybe the air being funneled, side, boom, boom. There's something here, and again, it gets sucked in the front, and it get pushed out the back here too. Doing something, probably cooling out some shit, and go to the back. So this must be a lot of it must have been fucking up their back wheel, and this was like probably increasing some lift. So the car must have been like driving like this, but now they don't did this. The car got a solid back to it, straight push downforce. Then up and downforce on this motherfucker, you feel me?
Been totally revised with vertical side pod inlets that somewhat resemble the Mercedes Zero pods.
Barcelona, Bahrain day one. Yo, they really changed everything. They already changed the outside of this shit. OD. Nah, bruh. Y'all doing Audi? What you gonna find out, bro? They cheating, bro. They cheating.
Little details popped up here and there, like slots in the keel floor and out.
Wait. Hold on. Launch imagery, boom. What they do? Then they want boom. Nah, this is the same. Boom, boom. The other girls like they. Boom, boom. Oh. Look at this. So this out. This not there. Oh no, oh no, they added this. This is Barcelona launch imagery. Boom. What did they add? What does this do? What was this? To make the front wheels more sturdy and connected? I think it's to make the front wheels more sturdy and connected, bro. Probably what they did, bro. Oh my gosh. They wanted to make the front wheels more sturdy and connected. So they added that big black thing, bro. To go across this shit, bro. And it's fucking up the air though, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ain't no straight back inside that freaking jet engine that they got going on. You gotta hit this little black shit right here. Boom. Is that like turbines under this? Like a little fan? I can't tell. I think it's just more slits to direct the air, bro. I think they're really trying to like they really took the time for the aerodynamics, some sort of updates, bro.
Audi even changed the entire
But I like their wheels though. This it looks more flat on the ground. I think they don't realize the slanted wheels might not have been good, and I think they're trying to work their way around that. Because I'm telling you, the inside of the wheel about to get fucked up, bro.
front wing with a different activation system. The real Audi turned up in both design and function. It's not stunningly good, but it was never expected to be.
Wait, are the other teams following suit? They following suit? Are they following suit? The other team's following suit, bro? Are they following sweater? I'd be following sweater. I don't know. But oh shit, look. Oh no, that was still inside. I can't stand the inside. I can't look at this, bro. It's
There's
fucking
work to do to make the car more compliant and tune the engine better, as it's expected to be.
Nah, they did some upgrades. There's some upgrades, but they didn't even have that amount of laps though. They didn't even have that amount of laps though. They doing all this upgrade and they didn't have that amount of laps though. But I like this. I like what they did on the side right here, bro. Yeah, wait, is this the? This is the. Wait, which picture is this? Shit. Oh no, this is the recent one. Oh yeah, no, that is the recent picture. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think they took the time for the aerodynamics. Definitely, it looks more like streamlined on the outside. Like it's funneling the air very nicely, like that. Oh, bro, it's like I understand. Like the teams is trying to like tweak, change stuff without giving too much information to the other teams, so they're not following suit and actually following sweater. But like, damn, bro. Like he didn't point that shit out. I would have like probably second race. I've been like, why that shit look kind of like different than the other ones? You feel me? So like, but I'm sure like they pulled up to Bahrain and seen this, and they're like, hold on, what the fuck? You feel me? They went back to the engineers. They're like, what the fuck? They got caught up. Wait, just do that change. Ah, like, oh my god, we gotta figure it out. They got, you feel me? So like, damn, bro. What else did they change? I don't know. That's just the outsiders. This is a very big change, bro. They probably added and took out something because look at these air freaking heat looking freaking shark fins. You feel me? Like that. Or maybe that's like extra holes to help cool the engine. Maybe some air gets sucked into the engine to help cool the engine. You know, let it bounce in there a little bit and then gets blown out back here. That's probably what it is, right? To help cool the engine. If the engine is cooler, it could drive faster. It could take more stress. Feel me? Take more stress on the engine. So maybe even though they have like a battery in there, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to move away. They're trying to put the bulk of the work on the engine. Possibly, maybe they realize, man, listen, this battery fucking us up. This battery don't do too much. We got a break for the battery to charge and shit. So we just gonna low key rely more on the gas side. of the engine, and they're trying to tweak the inside of the engine to make the engine be more optimal, you feel me? So that's why they add them grills. So in the front, while the car is driving, they're sucking some air, gets tossed in there, cool down the engine a little bit, and then get blasted out of the back. You feel me? I do like this right here. It makes more sense. Like what, feel me? Or keeps, I feel like it'll help keep the race car straight. And I'm just add a little tiny bit of lift in the back of the race car. You feel me? Because the back of the race car look heavy as hell, bro, and the front of the race car looks a little light. So this might be a lot of drag in the back of the race car, and that might help, you know, the race car with a little bit of lift type shit. Word.
To be. There's work to do to make the car more compliant and tune the engine better, as it's clearly not as far along as fellow newcomer Red Bull powertrains. But it's more reliable, seems reasonable in the midfield, and it now has a sturdier foundation than the one it started building in Spain.